Blueprint Explosive exclusive at Madhavdas G. In a major development in the Twisha Sharma death case, retired judge Giribala Singh has now been arrested by the CBI. This arrest comes a day after the Madhya Pradesh High Court cancelled the anticipatory bail granted to Twisha's mother-in-law in the sensational dowry death investigation. Now, the High Court, while quashing the earlier bail order, has made a series of sharp observations in the case. The bench has noted that allegations were not restricted to husband Samarth Singh alone, but also directly involved Giribala Singh. What exactly did the court say? Let's take a look at some of those observations. Allegations are also against Giribala. This is what the court specifically states. There's also gone on to talk about the next observation. If we can quickly get that up on the screen, if I can request my production team to do that. Yes, Twisha Chat's name mother-in-law is specifically what the High Court has said. They've also gone on to add a third observation that 6 anti-mortem injuries were found. So court clearly has given importance to those anti-mortem injuries. The case required deeper scrutiny is what the High Court has observed as well. And of course, the big question, of course, is when Madhya Pradesh High Court has made one of these important rulings, what really are we looking at in terms of the other possible turning points? In fact, post-mortem report itself is being seen with great amount of importance. Now, the High Court has recorded that 6 separate injuries were found on Twisha Sharma's body before death, including the injuries on the arm that were spotted. Let's quickly take this across to our reporters joining us live. Priyank is with us. We also have Bhavtosh. Priyank, what is the status really at this moment? Can you tell us on ground over there? Has CBI formally taken Giribala Singh's custody and have they taken her out of her residence yet?
See, Madhav, after 6 hours of questioning, Giribala Singh has been arrested, and we are still at this particular location where you can see that the local police has been instructed by the CBI to barricade this particular area. After 6 hours of questioning and confronting her with 2 of the key eyewitnesses, the Central Bureau of Investigation has gone ahead with arrest of Giribala. We are trying to zoom in and show you and to our viewers that what is the exact scenario. This white color car is has been taken inside this particular premises, and in a short while from now, what we are expecting that the CBI team will be coming out with Giribala Singh, the former judge of the district court here in Bhopal and various districts of Madhya Pradesh. In the argument, the CBI has stated that Giribala Singh is an influential person and she was the one who had sent her sister, who is also a medical officer, to the mortuary where the postmortem was happening. In conclusion to that, the court has also made observation on the basis of the petitioner's application that Giribala Singh is someone who is privy to the forensic examination as well as the cyber expertise is also there with her. But this time, the CBI has used the 360-degree camera mapping structure, which means that a VR kind of effect will be constructed. All those 40 minutes of time period, which has raised several doubt in the mind of individuals that what had happened to Twisha once she stopped talking to her mother at 9:41 till the time at 10:20 when Giribala actually told the deceased family that Twisha is no more. All these things will be synchronized. So from ground floor to first floor to third floor, mother, the 360-degree camera has captured this total area, and that will be matched with the witnesses' statement, CDR, and the existing CCTV footage which is there inside the house.
All right, so a lot that's under the scanner at this moment, Bhavtosh, particularly under the scanner will be whether, as a judge, Giribala Singh has managed to strong-arm her way, because at least 2 facts that have come to light. The CDRs where she's seen calling a number of influential people, including members of the judiciary, senior officials, etc. And the very fact that CCTV shows how her lawyers went to that beauty parlor where Twisha had visited on the date of her death and had claimed to be representing the police while collecting the footage over there. All of this really shows, or at least raises questions about possible misuse of power or cover-up potentially by Giribala.
Yes, Madhav. In fact, one of the sections that have been added in this FIR, the Bhopal police FIR, is joint liability, and that joint liability rests both with Samarth Singh as well as with Giribala, and that's the reason why both of them have been arrested. Within 72 hours since taking over the case, CBI has arrested both of them, but the task before CBI is much bigger to prove this case in the court of law. Remember, the accused in this case is a former judicial officer. As one of the senior officers in CBI said that they have a very very big task before them, because the person they have arrested has around 30 years of experience in trial court. She retired as an additional session judge. Having said that,
all right, Bhavtosh, those are live pictures. Just a second, I'm sorry I'm interrupting you. These are live pictures. CBI officials there present at the residence, Bhopal residence of Giribala Singh, and she's going to emerge any moment now, is what we're told. That car is in the porch, and any moment now, the CBI officials, along with Giribala Singh, expected to emerge from her residence. So these will be the first pictures following the arrest of Giribala Singh that we'll be seeing. Bhopal police also, of course, stationed there, and along with CBI officials will be escorting Giribala Singh out of there. Let me quickly bring in Priyank. You're at the spot where that arrest has taken place, where Giribala Singh is expected to emerge. Where is she being taken now? Is she being taken to the CBI local office there in Bhopal? Do they have a lockup facility? Will she be spending the night in a police station? Take us through the details, Priyank.
See, Madhav, our video journalist Mrityunjay is bringing these exclusive visuals only for the viewers of Times Network, where you can see that the movement of the CBI officials, the female officers from the Central Bureau of Investigation can be seen near this white color Innova car, which will be taken by the CBI, where Giribala Singh will be taken along with the Central Bureau of Investigation officers. So these are the exclusive visuals from inside the house, which shows that how, there you can see Madhav, Giribala Singh, who was wearing the red color suit, is coming out from this particular location. Giribala Singh being arrested is the key factor which we have managed to highlight, and this is the exclusive footage which shows that how a former judge who was under so much of political clout was not afraid, and she kept on giving these kind of statement which was somewhere showing character assassination of her late daughter-in-law. But at this moment, Giribala Singh being taken away by the CBI official is important to be seen. The CBI team is here along with the local police. Giribala Singh, Giribala Ji, आपकी arresting हो गई है. Giribala Ji, Madhav, exclusive visuals. Giribala Singh in the custody of the CBI officials, where the CBI team has taken her. She will be taken to the camp office, but before that, it is quite expected that Giribala's medical will be done at the government hospital. Then she will be taken to the court. What is very important, that Samat police remand is ending tomorrow, Madhav. So it's quite likely the CBI will try to produce both the accused in this case together.
Absolutely. In fact, Priyank, that is very, very significant. In fact, that she will be taken to the camp office. Both the accused, including her son Samarth, will be presented. But a very, very important aspect, and let me bring in Bhavtosh in this, is that Giribala's role as a judge is under the scanner. And this is what we are discussing, Bhavtosh. It will be difficult or a challenge, really, certainly for the CBI to prove, A, that what was the role in the death of Twisha, and B, whether there was any kind of cover-up consciously on part of Giribala Singh and those who are associated with her, including her lawyers, in terms of misrepresenting, in terms of misusing her power, even as far as what happened and the events that followed the death of her late daughter-in-law, Twisha.
Yes, Madhav, in fact, if we just go by the FIR that has been filed in this case, which is a reproduction or a copy of the Bhopal police FIR, it's clearly mentioned that there was a cover-up right from the night when the murder took place. It mentions that at 9:40, the daughter, that's Twisha, called up her father's phone, and then there was a WhatsApp call which was abruptly ended, and you can hear Samarth loudly speaking in the background, and then repeatedly for 20 minutes, Twisha's father, Navnidhi Sharma, kept on calling on Giribala's phone. That did not happen. And then at around 10:30 in the night, Giribala called up on Navnidhi's daughter-in-law's phone and only made a 2-second call. She said that she is no more. That's for Twisha. And then they repeatedly called up again on Giribala's phone and also on Samarth's phone. Nothing happened. What exactly happened in those 50 minutes is not clear. The High Court order is very clear. There are anti-mortem injuries. Having said that, the marriage, in fact, crumbled within 2 months or 1 month of the wedding that took place both in Bhopal as well as in Delhi. That is mentioned in the CBI's investigation. And they said that she was under immense pressure. She was under immense coercion. And once she was pregnant, moment, there was some very serious personal insinuation leveled on her, forcing to abort the child. Then on 22nd April, Samat said that he would not assault her further, but again, the chain of events within 1 month again happened, and which unfortunately led to her death.
Right, and in fact, that's really the big key, isn't it? That what really will transpire, how will the police look at it? In fact, Priyank, I'm going to come back to you. You did try to put that question across to Giribala Singh about her role. Any response coming in from Giribala Singh when you tried to speak to her, Priyank?
No, Madhav, she was sitting inside the car and certainly she preferred to sit with her hands folded. And if you look at the body language of Giribala while she was stepping out of the house, she was looking very confident because she knows all the nitty-gritties of the law and she knows when she has to speak, when she doesn't have to speak. That is the reason, Madhav, she has been put under arrest by the CBI because she was not cooperating with the investigators. The investigators were asking her question, but she was not coming up with the answers, which was basically matching to the kind of collaboratory evidence which the CBI had managed to get on the basis of the case diary. There were two eyewitnesses who were told to come to this location, Madhav, who were also confronted with Giribala. So after following the process, after sending a summon to join the investigation, serving her summon, the CBI started questioning her. When there were discrepancies, two eyewitnesses were told to come to this location. They were also confronted, and then formally the CBI submitted the grounds of arrest of Giribala Singh before her, and then she has been arrested. In the next 24 hours, what we can certainly say that Giribala and her son, both of them will be produced before the court, because from now CBI still has 24 hours of time period to produce the accused number 2, which is a former judge who was the mother-in-law of the deceased. The son's police remand is ending tomorrow, so probably in the first half the CBI will try to produce both the accused so that the further police remand can be taken from the court. From here onwards, Giribala has been taken for the medical.
Absolutely, and in fact, both Bhavtosh and Priyank, like to thank both of you for joining us with those exclusive inputs on Giribala Singh. But remember, this is the same Giribala Singh who came into the spotlight for tarnishing the character, for character assassinating her late daughter-in-law Twisha Sharma. Remember, viewers, there was no regards for any basic dignity for a dead person, and Giribala had launched a slander campaign against her late daughter-in-law. Listen into what she said.
हमारी लड़की बिल्कुल गाय है।
सी 5 महीने में तो मुझे तो सतही तौर पे लग रहा था कि दैट द गर्ल काफी स्वच्छंद विचारों की थी।
Of course, my parents.
इसने क्योंकि उस समय बताया यस मुझे बच्चे बहुत पसंद है, आई विल हैव एटलीस्ट 4 चिल्ड्रन, अम्मा आई लव दिस, मुझे प्लांट्स बहुत पसंद है। लेकिन सुबह में जैसे वॉक करके आती थी, पौधों पर पानी डाला, वो कभी देखती नहीं थी पौधों की तरफ। का ये जो इट वॉज अ कंप्लीट फार्स, इट वॉज अ कंप्लीट नाटक। या तो वो नहीं समझती थी या उसके अंदर वो जो 2 व्यक्ति हैं वो उसको आड़े आते थे। एक तरफ पौधे अच्छे लगते हैं, एक तरफ बच्चे अच्छे लगते हैं, लेकिन पौधों की देखरेख नहीं करना है, बच्चे नहीं पैदा करने हैं। थोड़ा सा ऑब्जर्व किया, हैंड्स पे थोड़ा शिवरिंग था, विच इज टिपिकल ऑफ विड्रॉल सिम्टम। शायद यहाँ आने के बाद जैसे 30 तारीख को आई है, उसके बाद उसको दैट सोर्स ऑफ एनी एडिक्शन तो कट ऑफ था ही। They were earning out of all her, her looks and everything. वो earning का साधन तब थी, and now I think they are just trying to catch some mileage and earn some more.
All right. In fact, let's take this across to our guest. Joining us with us is Abha Singh, lawyer and activist. Sanjay Sahai, ex-IPS and founder director of TechOn Pro, is with us. Abha Singh, coming to you first, the absolute insensitivity of Giribala Singh is what brought her into the spotlight. But what took matters further and really shocked the nation were these charges of the kind of people she was contacting, using all her influence, making those 50-odd calls to, top bureaucrats, police officials, judges, so on and so forth, and attempts to try and mislead in terms of collecting evidence. When her lawyers, for instance, went to get that CCTV, they misrepresented as police officials. Now, surely all of this is going to be under the scanner of the police. Of the CBI, I beg your pardon. Yeah.
Madhav, I have read the bail order. Nowhere does it say that she was talking to judges or she was talking to people to get evidence demolished. That's nowhere there mentioned in it. I would say that a 63-year-old widow has been arrested only because she made loose comments like "wo paudhon ko pani nahi deti." Those insensitive comments made the nation against her. There is no substance in the quashing of the bail. I would say it is killing of the criminal justice today by the media trial. The High Court, if you read what the Sessions Court said while granting bail, that she is there, she doesn't have a track record. There are no allegations against the mother-in-law.
But Abha Singh, did you hear the audio conversation of her brother with Giribala, where she says all sorts of bizarre things? You know, the point is that she is character assassinating Twisha to the extent, even after her death, not only just before her death, but the kind of things that she is saying to her family members, one just shudders to think what she would have been saying to Twisha.
See, law, what does law say? You have to give evidence. Even the CBI, Suyash Mohan Guru, the Deputy Solicitor General, when he appears on behalf of CBI, it says that the deceased left a matrimonial home on 17th and came back on 30th. Then from 15th, she's asking her mother, you come and take me. So where does it leave the mother-in-law? She was there with her parents in the last 20 days. And if you're saying that she was responsible for abetting to suicide, you have to give a close connect that what did she say that she went and committed suicide. The CCTV footage will be the biggest evidence to say that she was in her room. She, in fact, what I see from your television channels, she went to take a purse and went down, which shows that she was taking the money and going to the hospital, taking her to the hospital. And if the medical report says that there are wounds on the hand, they were bringing her down. CBI has nowhere said, even for dowry, they have not given the list what dowry was taken.
Okay.
Only money has been transferred in the
early days in the investigation. Let me begin. In fact, Mr. Sanjay Sahai, no evidence of dowry being given, no evidence which directly brings in the role of the judge Giribala, who is the mother-in-law in this particular case, as far as the suicide. How will CBI prove that she was indeed an abettor? Please respond to Abha.
See, as it stands now, you don't have evidence. But if you get into the behavioral patterns and the attempts to camouflage or slander, whatever you call it, and whatever happened in the parlor, all that combined, I think there is enough indication if the CBI goes in the right direction. All the technical evidence, circumstantial evidence, and lots of other things which come by will be enough to prove that something of this nature has happened. Even if you take the first postmortem, it's very difficult to make out what the first postmortem happened in a manner it did, and that particular belt was missing. I am not ascribing clear-cut intentions to the lapses, which has been done by the local police in the investigation. Nonetheless, there are very, very serious lapses. And if the CBI at the current stage displays that professional capability to fill in those gaps, they will be able to make up a full clear-cut story where the investigation will be able to prove how transpired, what transpired, in which manner, and what is very, very critical, which Abha Singh is talking about, is the direct provocation to suicide, in which the abetment to suicide would get proven. Now, these things are very clear-cut things which are to be made out by the CBI, and they have to stay this. Not I, for one, at the current stage, it will be very difficult to let off Giribala Singh saying that she had no role to play in this case.
Absolutely. And Abha Singh, you would have heard the kind of allegations, what the family of Twisha is saying. Now, they've been on record to say that Giribala had a very important role to play, that they repeatedly questioned, not just her commitment and her character, but also repeatedly, even the allegation of the family is that whose child really is she carrying? Or those kind of questions, if a pregnant lady is asked such questions, obviously that's going to disturb her state of mind.
Mr. Arur, when you were playing some of her interviews, she has come on board to say that the decision was Twisha's. She did not even tell these people, the mother and the son, that she has aborted the child. So just to say that the family is saying you need evidence, now it has become a media trial. The quashing of a bail, anticipatory bail, which was granted by a lower court. You require something very substantial. Show me where is substance, where is dowry, where is cruelty, where is the evidence? Is nothing. And I'm happy that CBI has come in, because in Sushant Singh Rajput, Riya Chakravarti went behind bars and there was nothing, and she is out today. But the days she spent in jail, nobody is there to answer. Sushant Singh case, and the best thing is that CBI never tells lies. CBI will investigate and the truth will come out. I have full faith in this premier agency that if Giribala is not guilty and she has just been put behind bars because there was so much pressure on judiciary and only because she was a judge, and people said as a judge she should have not said that. That part I will say she should have had sympathy. She should have kept quiet. Nothing would have happened. But her loud mouth as a mother-in-law, she should have remembered that she's a judge. Everybody is saying a judge behavior, judge behavior. Then propriety was the thing which she forgot to have at that moment. She is behind bars for that, for media trial, not for killing Twisha.
Ma'am, the point is that you may call it a media trial. It's a free country. You can call it what you want to. But media also picks up issues of campaign. And particularly when there appears to be prima facie an injustice done. All right, we have Twisha's father, Mr. Navnidhi Sharma, joining us live at the moment. Navnidhi Sharma ji, बहुत-बहुत धन्यवाद आपका हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए. Thank you very much for speaking to us. At this moment, sir, now that CBI has taken Giribala into custody, what is your first reaction?
First reaction, that is a very positive message gone to the nation. That special thanks to CJI, everybody in the system, and special thanks to the media, and special thanks to all the people who supported our mission for the justice. Right. And this is a great message that nobody is above the law.
Absolutely. And in fact, just a short while ago, we were speaking to, of course, some of our panelists, and there is a view that is being expressed that Giribala Singh, you know, apart from the very, very insensitive comments that she has made, there is now no evidence at this point of time that she was somehow responsible for Twisha's death. What would you say to those who are making this argument?
We have firm belief in our, investigating agencies. We are proud of them, and we are hopeful that they will come out with non-biased findings, and that justice will prevail.
Right. Sir, is it your belief that Giribala, along with, of course, the husband of late Twisha, also made certain comments which drove Twisha to take the extreme step? Is that the perception within the family?
No, I cannot comment because investigation is still, in the process, and I cannot comment in an investigation. I regard my CGI instructions, and I keep limited myself only for Thanksgiving. This is trying to support them and support the system they want to bring in. We have, sir. Right. Are you getting, sir?
Yes, I think we are losing your audio. I'd like to thank you for joining us, Mr. Navnidhi Sharma, and sharing with us your perspective. Thank you so much for joining us. And it's a story that we're going to continue to report on, particularly, of course, as far as Giribala Singh is concerned and the investigation aspects are. Sanjay Sir, I'd like you to come in on this because, at the end of the day, the question is, whether it is the issue of possible tampering of evidence, whether it's the issue of trying to influence the outcome of this case. For instance, an FIR not being registered for several days. There are also questions about that saloon, for instance, which is just a few minutes walk away from the residence, which was not visited by police officers. There are many, many questions about the quality of the investigation in the very first place, which raises questions as to why that was happening.
This boxed up investigation in this case will be an understatement. It has been a broken sort of an investigation from the beginning to to the end, starting from the registration of the FIR to nearly every single action and action which is outside of the police purview also, that is the post-mortem. So there is absolutely no denying the fact. As far as the action of Giribala is concerned, I think there is enough of behavioral pattern, and also there is no purpose of her reacting to it coming out in the open. Though we have no evidence as it stands today, there is absolutely no way you can just write it off saying that she had no role to play when the investigation has broadly just started. And the last 40 minutes, 50 minutes of Twisha's life, now that has to be basically recreated in a manner so as to it fits into the case or it does not fit into the case. So we are at an early stage. It is a very clear-cut open challenge to CBI to do an investigation and come to literally the truth and substantiate the truth. So that is the biggest challenge CBI is facing. There's no denying the fact that Giribala is completely aware of law and the nuances of the law, and having known that, she has created an impression that she was trying to destroy evidence. I think which is the biggest tragedy or biggest travesty of justice. Justice need not only be done, it should also seem to be done. And that is the basic principle of justice delivery, which we are trying to look forward to.
Okay, so the law finally catching up with Giribala. What will happen in this investigation remains to be seen. What is it that the CBI will have to say following the probe? That's going to be something we're all watching out for. Abha Singh and Sanjay Sai, thanks so much for joining us this evening.